Day 25. Heart matters, guard it. You cannot put straight in others what is warped in yourself. Athanasius. For those of you who've had the experience of growing a garden, you know that you need to water it, fertilize it, maintain it, and then most importantly, protect it against weeds and pests so that your garden can be beautiful. Our hearts, the inner person, is like that garden. Without proper controls and fences, destructive influences can take root and overrun something that is good. Daniel knew of this fact when he was exiled in Babylon, immersed in a culture that did not necessarily honor God. Daniel purposed in his heart to not defile himself by partaking of the king's food and the king's wine. It's likely that this food was offered to Babylonian gods. We do not know for sure, but Daniel knew that anything that would dishonor God or that would defile him, he would keep away from. And in that manner, he would guard his heart from those influences of the culture that can overrun and overtake his life. In Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, the Bible teaches us to guard our heart above all other things. And in Mark chapter 7, verse 20 to 23, Jesus gives us the reason why. It is not what we take into our bodies that defile us, he says, but instead it is what comes out of the heart. These include evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, coveting, wickedness, deceit, sensuality, envy, slander, pride, and foolishness. These are things that will defile a man, is what Jesus says. Daniel likely knew that it was not the king's food or the king's wine that would defile him, but by partaking in those rituals, in partaking of those elements, it was likely that he would be defiling himself and having a heart that would be drawn away from God. It is therefore necessary to guard our hearts above all things. Jesus is the perfect example for us to follow. He came into a world that was plagued with sin and rife with temptation, yet he remained sinless. In 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21 and 22, we read that Jesus set the example for us to follow. He did no sin, neither was any deceit in his mouth. From the life of Jesus that is recorded in Scripture, we can deduce that he filled his heart with Scripture, prayer, and total submission and obedience to God. We must strive to be more like Jesus in guarding our heart. For a guarded heart is like a weed-free garden, where God's character can grow and flourish within us. Are you guarding your heart above all things?